Obsession is not love. It is a malfunction, a mental short circuit, a loop in the human psyche that locks onto a single target until that target is either obtained or it destroys the person chasing it. Most men spend their entire lives trying to be loved. They buy flowers. They send good morning messages. They listen to problems they don't truly care about. They perform emotional labor hoping for approval. They trade their self-respect for a smile. And what do they receive in return? They get friends owned. They get betrayed. They get replaced by the man who did none of those things. Because here is the uncomfortable truth society refuses to say out loud. Women do not obsess over men who treat them like royalty. They obsess over men who treat them like a question their mind cannot solve. Today, I am not here to teach you how to be a good boyfriend. I'm not here to teach you how to be emotionally supportive. I'm going to hand you the access code to the female subconscious. I'm going to show you how to interfere with the emotional software that governs attraction. We're going to break down 7 psychological triggers, call them techniques if you want, that bypass logic and speak directly to the biological instinct to chase. But before we begin, understand this clearly, these methods are powerful. They operate on dopamine cycles, intermittent reinforcement, and ego disruption. Once you activate these switches, you can't casually turn them off. She won't simply like you, she will crave you. Your absence will feel physical to her. If you're not prepared to be the emotional center of someone's world, if you're too fragile to handle that intensity, stop now. Close the video. Go laugh at something harmless. Go back to sleep. But if you're ready to stop chasing and start living rent, free inner mind, listen carefully. Trick number 1, the vacuum of validation. This is the mistake nearly every man makes in the first few minutes of interaction. He overvalidates. You see a beautiful woman and your instincts activate. You feel the urge to impress, to prove value, to show how kind, successful, or funny you are. You laugh too hard. You agree too easily. You compliment her immediately. You believe you're being charming. In reality, you're suffocating attraction. Attraction needs space. It needs uncertainty. When you fill every silence with praise and every gap with reassurance, you remove the mystery. You eliminate curiosity. And without a hint of uncertainty, obsession cannot exist. The vacuum of validation means giving nothing when something is expected. She tells a joke that isn't funny. The nice guy laughs anyway. You don't. You look at her, you smile, maybe a subtle smirk, but you let 3 seconds of silence pass. In those 3 seconds, her brain panics. Why didn't he laugh? Does he disapprove? Did I mess up? That's the moment you enter her thoughts. Or she posts a photo online designed for attention. Hundreds of likes, dozens of compliments. She expects you to join the crowd. You don't, you view it. No like, no comment, no reaction. This is the vacuum. And nature hates a vacuum. When you withhold the validation she receives effortlessly from others, she feels compelled to earn it. She tries harder. She asks more questions. She dresses differently when she sees you. She initiates touch. She's trying to fill the space you deliberately left empty. Most men fear silence. They assume silence equals rejection. The darker truth is that silence is a canvas. If you're strong enough to leave it blank, she will paint her obsession across it. Trick number 2, fracture the pedestal. Psychology calls it the halo effect, the assumption that beauty equals intelligence, depth, and virtue. Men place women on pedestals constantly. They treat them like celebrities. And how do celebrities treat fans? With distance and indifference. If you want obsession, you cannot be a fan. You must be the evaluator. This does not mean insulting her. That's insecurity. This means quiet immunity to her ego. Being unimpressed by what everyone else worships. She's accustomed to men freezing when she enters a room. She's used to admiration. You must look through the beauty, not at it. Don't compliment her body, her face, her eyes. Not yet. Those compliments are cheap and abundant. Instead, speak to the contradictions beneath the surface. If she plays tough, say, "You act fearless, but I can tell you feel things deeply." If she plays the entertainer, say, "It must be exhausting always having to perform to feel noticed." This fractures the pedestal. You introduce a crack in the flawless image she projects. You communicate something powerful. I see beyond the mask, and that is intoxicating. No one wants to be adored for an illusion. They want to be recognized for their hidden self. The fan worships the image. The man disassembles it. Be the man.